Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Just going to do some work in some journals today. I just thought I'd turn on the camera, bring you guys along, hang out. Maybe someone will hop on and want to chit chat. Sorry, just having my morning coffee still. Do you guys have morning coffee, morning tea, morning drink beverages? I say it's important to start your day off with hydrating. So always start out with some water and then move on to whatever's up next. I'm very new to this, in case anyone was wondering. So I'm just trying to figure out when or if someone joins, how to see the comments. How do I see the comments if it's on my phone? So I suppose I'll wait until someone comes in. I invited a few of my pals, see if they wanted to come on and stream with me and, have a little crafting morning together. I think it sounds like fun. It's what I would do if we were in person with one another. I'm interested to see who joins and if you are crafting also. Sorry, I'm just looking at the settings here. So what I have going on is I am making 3 journals, junk journals, treasure books, smash books, whatever the proper terminology is. I will figure it out eventually at some point. I am certain that I will. There's a will, there's a way, right? So what I have is here's a completed one. So what I did is when I was starting this out, I was having some trouble. I felt like everything had to be like matchy. Sorry, I'm going to work on not saying the word like. So I was working on everything trying to be matchy, and it just was not working out for me. I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. I wasn't sure. I felt like I had to have 3 of everything, which for the most part, I do have 3 of everything. It's just I was feeling trapped in my creativity. Simple, like super simple things, such as this tag right here. No big deal. The tag was already available on the digital kit. This little piece of fabric washi. I was so caught up in trying to make sure that I had this little piece of fabric washi, and I have a whole roll of it, but I kept getting caught up on myself like, oh, don't forget that, don't forget that, don't forget that. So that was a little bit frustrating, me frustrating myself. Being new to crafting, I think I'm just falling into some typical lulls that people have when getting started, starting out. The community at Susie's Craft Room and Thelma's Creations and more, those gals just really hopped in and slapped me right out of it. They let me know, no, it doesn't have to be matchy matchy, and you don't have to use a kit for the whole thing, which, that's one of the things that I knew. But again, when you watch a million videos and you have it in your head, you think things have to be a certain way. And just going back to the basics, which I'm still learning the basics, so learning from a good standpoint is good. Learning from experienced crafters is good as well. So that I have this avocado dyed paper on the back. And again, I was getting so caught up. Well, I only have 1 sheet of this avocado dyed paper. What shall I do? How do I make them all match? Well, they don't have to be exactly matching. The same theme is here, the same vibe is here, and for the most part, the same pieces are here too. So I decided the best way to stay out of that mindset would be to just go through and be myself, just create what I wanted to create in one journal alone and completely get done with one journal and use it if I wanted as a sort of jog, a memory jog, a template, however you wanted to put it. So that's what I did. I finished up this entire journal, and I think it was so much fun just being able to put stamps here and there and use a different this or that. This is a little piece of washi right here. It had a butterfly and I thought it was adorable, and so I popped it on there. So I guess that just kind of happened. I don't really have a good rhyme or reason for it. I hope it helps someone. You never know the little tips or tricks or however you want to put it that's going to help someone. All of the videos that I have watched, I have learned something from, even if the thing I learned is to not do it that way, or I don't like it that way. I, again, am so new that I don't really have a style yet, and I really do love everything. I am into everything about this. I am just completely absorbed. I feel that often it's as if I'm making my own retreat. Every time that I participate in a chat or a live or even in the comments in most people's videos, I feel like I'm just in what I would imagine a retreat would feel like, a scrapbooking retreat or something of the sort. So what I'm going to do now is, again, just pop open my, what's it called? Prototype, my completed journal, and go ahead and just start working on that. I don't have everything quite at an arm's reach, so you'll hear my chair doing the little rolly bit back and forth sometimes. Again, just a new gal here, trying to have some crafty fun with some crafty gals. I do not have I so I'm looking over at my stamps and I have them, we'll air quote the word organized. I have them in bags. So one bag is for rubber stamps that are just kind of hanging out by themselves. And another bag is for I'm probably going to say the wrong word, the acrylic stamp. These guys, these little ones that come on these little thingies and help you see what you're about to stamp. They're like kind of sticky on the other side so you can put them on the block. Again, I don't really remember all of the terms for everything. I'll get used to it. I will. I just, if anyone has watched my first video, I am new to this craft, as new as July. I first heard of junk journaling in July. So I am what I would consider still very new. I am asking simple questions sometimes, such as when I'm using my dauber, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing kind of like I'm doing now, or I do like this like circle workup kind of thing that I don't know. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. And I guess that's part of it, is there is no supposed to be doing. It's just, that's just what you did or what you wanted or how it's your way. I do have to admit that one of the things that bothers me is I am worried that someone, the world is a big place, someone has had and created an idea or content that I think I came up with or is a way that I do it. And I do not want to steal anyone's ideas nor take credit for an idea. I hope that's coming off right. I think that is part of the reason why I worry about citing the right sources in videos and things like that. I want to make sure I cite the right sources. I want to make sure that I have the information. And I really do hope that you guys help me out in the comments. And if I do something or have something in a book that you, or a project, any kind of project, that you see that you saw somewhere else, I'd love to know about it. I'd love to be able to give that person credit or cite that. Um, I was even watching Susie's video this morning about her 3 and 30 challenge and alphabet challenge, and it was so funny. I thought, oh, I, I I'm I don't think I'm quite at the level of being able to do a challenge yet. However, I thought about it. Well, if I do this, would I cite Susie's channel and cite Shabby Dabby Doodah's channel? And then well, of course, because Susie's the one that I actually watched, and Shabby Dabby Doodah is the one who created the challenge. So, and if we're talking about inspiration, sorry, I keep bonking that thing there. If we're talking about inspiration and where we got ideas and stuff, I actually heard of Susie before I heard of Shabby Dabby Doodah. So right or wrong, it's how it happened. So I don't know. I hope that it all works out, which I am certain that it will. It always does, right? So what I have done is when I was going through my, you know, trying to be just so certain about papers and little pieces, keeping them organized for the three in the series here. I did go ahead and separate everything into 3 separate baggies. They're just regular baggies, nothing special. Did that. So here's that there, and I have so I'm looking through the papers here, and I actually purchased a digital kit of coffee dyed paper, eco dyed paper, actually 2 eco dyed paper kits. They were, I mean, they're just gorgeous. All of these digital kits are just absolutely gorgeous. And I love the idea of being able to have a paper forever, just being able to use it over and over and over and over again. I have one piece of coffee dyed paper that I love it. I absolutely love it. It is my favorite dyed piece of paper that I've done to date thus far. And I just cannot bring myself to use it. And I'm not certain that I ever will. Do you guys go through that? Do you just have the one thing that you just can't use? Now, I will say that once I am able to figure out how to do a digital, I will make that one piece of paper a digital version and happily use those copies till the end of time. So that will be exciting. I do have a printer that has a scanner on it. I have scanned the piece of paper that is gorgeous, in my opinion, and it just does not come out. It just it is just not as vibrant. It's almost as if, have you ever been somewhere or seen something and taken a picture of it and you were there and you know what it looked like, and so when you look at the picture, you can't be very objective about it. You have the memory of it, so you go there in your mind, and when you share the photo or something of the sort, post it if you have social media. If you share it, the other people do not seem to be as interested as you are or to see what you saw. And it's like it never truly gets captured. And I feel like, as silly as it sounds, maybe it sounds silly, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Um, the scanner is not capturing the essence of the paper. So I don't know. I don't even know if that makes sense to anyone, but it makes sense to me. It is a beautiful sunny day here. I hope it's a sunny day wherever you are if you like sunshine. I think everyone has their own weather that they're partial to. I thought about popping on some music or something like that, or I don't know, just to kind of give something to go in the background. But I do not know enough about what is allowed and what is not allowed. So I decided not to do that. I will. For you seasoned crafters, do you recall the first journal that you gifted or the first handmade piece that you gifted and kind of the pressure that you may have put on yourself or the excitement or just the different emotions that you might have felt before gifting it? I feel as though I've gone through a bit of the gamut on this one. Uh, it's I love this. I absolutely love it. I think often it would be easier to sell on a platform, whatever that may be, on your own website, whatever that may be, or at a craft fair of your choosing, than it is to gift it to someone. And the only reason I say that is probably, as you can guess, when you're selling something, the person wants it. No one's going to pay for something that they just don't want. But when you're gifted something, well, we all know that we get gifted things that we just do not want. We don't want any part of it, or just you just don't get it. Um, I have seen notes from the bookmaker and similar. Keep bumping it. I am so sorry. I'll get it, guys. I'll get it. Yeah, note from the bookmaker and just kind of a little what a junk journal is, what a treasure book is, how this book is to be used or could be used. And the people I'm gifting this series to are very close to one another. They are just three little Twinkies, three little peas in a pod, and just swim along happily together. And that's why I want them to be so similar. I want them to be able to share with each other, oh, I did this with this, or oh, I did that with that, share with each other the different things that they choose to do with the not really blank slate, but kind of the piece that the book that I've compiled for them. Reaching back here to my little washi thingamabob. I found these. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So when I was first starting out, I, be watching videos and people would say, oh, I have this product or I have this supply and I don't remember where I got it from. And I was just shocked. How do you not remember where you got it from? Oh, okay. Well, I get it now. I have been doing this for all of, a handful of months. And actually, the first parts, I really wasn't doing anything. I was just watching. So I have already forgot where I got stuff. And I don't really shop a ton of places. When I first got into this, actually, still really, it's just online. It's just a bunch of online places. So, you order and then you wait to have your items delivered. I do go to a charity shop that I have found some really neato kinds of things. I believe this washi that I got, just with these little stamps on it, just looks like little postage stamps. I believe I did get this from Amazon. I am using the Scotch Create glue stick, not in love. I also have, I don't even want to share all the glues that I have. I have lots of glues that I have tried out, and still none of them are home runs. I'm just not, I just haven't found it yet. And in a stream, I believe it was Thelma's Creations and More. In her stream this week, I believe someone enlightened me to the fact that there is no good glue stick. You just can't trust a glue stick. And I I'm starting to believe that. I'm starting to see that whether I use a glue stick or not, I end up reinforcing it with something else. Um, so you seasoned crafters sure do teach me a lot. I got this archival ink. I only have two of them, but I really like, actually, I really like all the supplies I have minus the glue stick situation, but I feel like that's probably a universal problem. So I first picked up this archival ink. It is coffee colored, and I just thought, oh, that's kind of cool. It's not just brown, it's coffee. I love the little names that they have for everything, the different inks. And then I got the archival ink in coffee, and I absolutely loved it. Uh, Again, new to stamping. I'm new to everything, so maybe I should just stop saying that. So I got that, and it has just been so much fun. I needed a black ink because I did not have one. So I went ahead and got another archival ink, and I got it in black. So I have my two archival inks, and they do just great for me. So I'm just gonna rub this dauber on here. Just this is such a crinkly page. I just want them to touch it. You know, I want them to touch it and experience it and just, ooh, wow. Oh, did you touch that page? Yeah, I touched that page. I actually thought about numbering the pages, just so when they're talking to one another, if they want to, they can say, you know, hey, on page da da da. Did you see the da da da? I don't know. I thought that would be fun. I guess I think it would be fun to kind of go along and explore it with them. I am gifting these via post, so I will not be there when I give them, when I gift them. That is on purpose. I, again, am just maybe, I hear people talk about the, oh, that face, and I don't know that I could uh, bear the, what is that face? Just knowing how much time I put into this and how much love that you put into something, I think it makes it a little bit harder to accept that face. And I'll get there. Eventually I'll be able to gift things to people face to face. Um, just not today. But the good thing is the journal's not done today, so I have a little more time. What are some of the noises in your house or your home where you live? I seem to have a washer or dryer that constantly runs, and what an awesome thing to have. Uh, you know, we talk about the ho hum, the chores of the day, or the daily life requirements, and you say you do laundry, but really all you do is put it. I put it here, I put it there. You put it away, you put it in the basket, you put it in the washer, you put it in the dryer. Ooh, very nice, especially when it's daily. I like doing laundry daily. I like, um, yeah, just having a clean laundry room is nothing that I've ever really had. never really occurred to me that laundry could have a bottom. You could be done with laundry. And I am here to tell you, folks, living proof, the bottom of the laundry pile does exist. Zero laundry, zero inbox is a thing. So I hope that helps someone out. I cannot believe how long it takes to create while recording. I imagine there is, just like anything else, a learning curve. It just feels like it takes me so long to do anything. Regardless of how organized you are. I definitely have room for improvement in organizing. Here's that. Oh, sorry. Come back down. Cutting skills. Okay, here we go with our cutting skills. I have a little bit of a variety of scissors. I am not good at hand trimming things, not in the slightest. So I went ahead and bought scissors just for crafting, as opposed to, the household scissors. Growing up, I had a friend, their family cut their pizza with scissors, and I was just floored. Like, what are you doing with those scissors? Like, yeah, a hot pie just came out the oven, and they're there. They got their pizza. They were specific scissors for pizza, not that they were manufactured to cut pizza, but in their house they had two pairs of scissors, exactly the same, and one said pizza on the handle. So they literally cut their pizza with scissors. But I don't know. They were very informal people. So to see them cut their pizza with scissors seemed really odd. But what really topped it was they ate their pizza with a fork. And they were not formal at all. I imagine eating pizza with a fork is normal somewhere. I don't know. But just to me, a pizza was just a hand food. I don't know. Through this process of learning, I've realized that I need to have different paper for my printer items. It will give me options. Obviously, if you have more of something, you have more options. But what I'm saying is, right now, if I wanted to leave the back of this tag blank and not attach it to anything, it would be fairly flimsy. And even with gluing these two pieces of copy paper together, it still is pretty flimsy. And I have found that I had a very small pack of printer paper that was a smidge thicker. I do not believe it was considered cardstock, but I think it was 60-pound paper. So it had like this really nice buttery feel to it, especially when you wrote on it. And yeah. So I found that when I printed on that, I was able to leave the back. I didn't have to back it, or yeah, I think that's the term, back it. I didn't have to put anything on it to give it strength. It was just strong all by itself. And I guess sometimes you just want it to be that way. Sometimes it's nice that it's not thick. So you can add something to the back, a particular print or not print, but a particular piece of paper, or if you want to add texture. I am just now getting into texture. I think that's why I like this fabric washi tape so much. I do have stuff to make my own fabric washi tape. I just am having too much fun using what I already have. So I have a lot of things on my to-do list, or to try list, maybe is the better term. I just haven't quite nailed it yet. I am really, really enjoying the fall this year. I am typically a summer gal. I guess I'll always be a summer gal. But something about the fall this year has been very savory. It's been really enjoyable. I did go ahead of time through all of the packets here and use my liquid pearls, so they had the opportunity to dry. Oh my goodness. I get it, guys. I get it. There's stuff everywhere. Yeah. So this one has just a little bit. I don't know if they can show up on camera there. I did the eye, the dot on the eye, and then the middle of the shimmers. The shimmers? The stars? I don't know. Here's some of this fabric washi tape. I actually almost did not buy this. And what put me over the edge was the thickness of the roll, because I had purchased, again, just, online shopping, just purchased some washi, and it was gone just in a hot second. I felt like I did one project, and it was gone. The whole roll was just gone. And that's when I realized that not all washi is created equal, and that I needed to pay attention, just like any other time. You need to pay attention to what you're getting. What are you ordering? Yeah. So I pay attention. Sometimes when you don't pay attention and you order something and it comes and it's a surprise, and it is 10,000 times more awesome than you could have ever imagined. And that's fun. That's a fun surprise too. Oh, I just got to remember that this has to tuck into a pocket facing the inner part of the book. So it can't be too long of a pull, but at the same time, I want it to be the way I want it to be. There we are. And it's already kind of aged. I don't know. I just like it the way it is. Ah, dee to do. Done with that. I'm just digging in the bag here, pulling out. I got these Project Life cards. I'd never heard of them before. And this one I just inked up a smidge. I'll just go ahead and tuck it in there. So Project Life cards are pretty sweet. I'm not sure. I'm probably just behind the bandwagon on that one as to why everyone's not using them like crazy, because they're affordable. They come, just about 1 million to a box, and they're perfect for little cards, journaling cards. I've already had ideas to, not that it's my idea, but I've already had ideas to make pockets from them, to use them as tuck spots. I don't know. I just feel like they're so versatile. It's thick paper. It's already cut. It's already rounded. I know. Just seems like maybe people know something that I just don't know. What was it? it takes a certain skill, I must say. Uh, y'all folks that make videos have nailed it. You make it seem so easy that everything is just as it's supposed to be. You know, everything takes time. It's nice to see that it does finally come around. You know, you guys give me hope that it's gonna be all right. Just just fine. Sometimes when I'm cutting things, well, most often I don't measure. I just kind of give it the eye, like, I think this will look good. I think that'll look good. But I find myself using, I guess I'm done with this piece of paper. I find myself using prints or designs on the paper to make my measurement. And it's probably not a new technique at all, but like this one, I was just looking at it, trying to figure out about where I wanted to be on the page and whatnot. Said, oh, well, maybe I can just cut right along this little X right here. That would be kind of cool. And then show like half and half. Yeah, I suppose it's okay. Mm. I still just am amazed by no matter what your time commitment or your mood or your supplies, there's always something to do. You know, you want to be hanging out, watching TV or listening to something. There's things that you can do for your journals while just hanging out. And especially for me, being new and just really wanting to spend a majority of my time on this. It's just so nice that there's something you can do without, you don't always have to have your eyes on. You don't always have to have your, every single supply out. It's just really nice. It's portable. If you're going on a trip somewhere or you're a passenger or you're just not really feeling the vibes that day, you don't need vibes to cut. You just hop on and cut some stuff up. That's another thing. I don't have hand cutting piles that most seasoned crafters probably do. I don't have stuff pre-cut out, and I also don't have things printed that need to be cut out. And I don't want that to sound like, oh, I have all my stuff done. Well, I just don't have stuff. So I don't really have scrap piles yet. Um, I think actually with this series of journals will be the first time that I have scrap pile, and I'm actually really excited. I'm excited to see, what little ideas I choose to implement, and you know, just what are you gonna do with it? I think it's gonna be real fun. But then again, I think all of this is fun. So whatever. I had a change of plans today. I was plans got canceled, and so it really left my day wide open, and that is not an often occurrence for me. So it seemed really, stars align type of the universe giving you a message type of thing to hop on and do this and or make a video, which I believe while I'm sitting here thinking, something's to be said about being busy with your hands and what the mind is able to do. I think you come up with your best ideas when your hands are busy. Also, when your body is active. I know crafting is not the most obviously active uh, thing, but your hands being busy and your mouth going, you think about the olden days, older days, where, you know, you go down to Nana's house and she'd be baking cookies or doing something, having you do something or another. Really, she was hacking you and she was getting you to talk, getting you to open up. And your hands was doing something else. You thought you were just helping her make cookies. Grandma needed help. But really, she was just getting to know you, getting you to talk about stuff without you even knowing what was going on. I wonder when you learned that skill. I wonder when grandmas or grandma aged minded folks achieve that. You don't have to be a grandma to have those skills, and you don't have to be a certain age to have those skills. It's so funny. I'm struggling with this washi, and I see so many people, oh, it's because the camera's on. I can't do this. Yeah, I see it. It's a fact. It is now a fact. Before, it was a theory. Now it is. So I actually started out in the planner community with pastries, pumps, and pie. Tamika, she is wonderful. In March, I purchased a planner just to stay organized. Everything was just a little wild and crazy, and I needed things to be done. And I felt that a good way to do that was to get a planner and stay organized. And I happened upon a happy planner. And from there, just, like I do almost everything else, pulled it up on Google, pulled it up on YouTube. What is this? What am I supposed to do? How's the best way to do this and that? And sure enough, Tamika was there, pastries, pumps, and pie. And she and her community just got me. It was, I don't know. I imagine it's something you all have felt to some degree. It was like that, like this is where I fit. This makes sense. And their love of paper and stickers and planning, just getting things done in the way that they wanted them done when they wanted them done. Whoa, I just loved it. I still love it. She has Tuesday talks that I highly encourage any of you to go watch because it's just fun. It's very personal. She just makes it she just makes it a great time, and her community that she's built is just, they really are just an absolute joy to be around. Even if it is just an hour or so on a Tuesday. So on my Instagram, that's actually why I posted a picture of my planner. That is the first time I have ever shared my planner with anyone. And uh, you know, it's mine. It was my first introduction to a creative world. Being creative in the world, maybe is the better way to say it. And I don't know. It seemed really important to let her know, and her community know how much like that really set things off for me. Just, being around them and listening to their stories and how they got started and what's going on in their life now. Getting to know them just as you would in person. What I want that to be. So I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I believe that I just record this StreamYard through StreamYard, and then I'm able to upload it to YouTube, if I'm understanding correctly. If not, I suppose I have just talked to myself, and recorded myself talking to myself for 46 minutes. No big deal. I've probably done that for longer and not even known it. Tonight is Saturday Night Live on Susie's channel, Susie's Craft Room. They alternate Thelma's Creations and More and Susie's Craft Room. They go live together, but they alternate whose channel it is posted on or streamed on. Again, I don't know the exact right terms. So if anyone happens to see this, go check that out. It is a ton of fun. It is just like really just sitting around the table with some friends. You can be working on something, you can not be working on something, just it's a really good time hanging out. Talk about all kinds of different stuff. It is, I don't want to say 100% talking about crafting stuff, but 100% fun, that's for sure. High percentage of crafting stuff. There's newer people like me that are there. Don't be afraid to ask something. They are not rude at all. They're very encouraging, and trying to remember the exact scenario, but there's something I did not understand in a stream a couple weeks ago, and Susie stopped whatever she was doing and went and got the thing I was asking about and showed me how to use it. And it was just, that's the beauty, I suppose, of streaming live and having your folks there with you and asking you questions, because you can put a question in a comment, which gets addressed also. But when you're live and you have an idea or a question pop into your head and then someone immediately answers that, that's huge value right there. It's showing you, and it gives you the opportunity too. She said, I forget what it was, and I couldn't see her camera very well. And so I said, can you put it closer to the screen or closer to the lens? And she did. She just held it right up to the lens and held it still so I could see what it was. And boom, done. That easy. That's pretty cool. A lot of stuff on there is pretty cool. Find out about new channels through there too. Seems like they have a good variety of people on there, styles, different styles, if you will. So even though we're all crafters and creators and, treasure book creators, or however you want to put it, there's still different styles. I like all the styles. So that's pretty fun for me. must admit, I have had to just stop looking for information and tutorials and how-tos and all this stuff. And I had to get my hands in these papers and, you know, get my hands in these scissors and get glue on me, ink, paint, have some avocado and tea and coffee dyed hands for a couple of days. I just had to. I just have to do it. Oh, just so much fun. If you've not yet taken the leap to just create something, just do it. Just whatever it is. I even in listening to a podcast about junk journals, I get so inspired. I may not feel like making a homemade meal that day or whatever it is. I get so inspired just listening to someone in the community talking about junk journals that I am inspired to go create, even if it is with just food. I don't know if you can, or if you have anything like that in your life. And it doesn't really matter what it is that you're passionate about, but just finding something that you just completely enjoy and just can be yourself and, just, I don't want to say escape, but kind of, you know, it's exactly how you want it to be, exactly when you want it to be, exactly how you want it to be, all of the above. Something to be said for that. Very, very fun. Sorry, just poking around in my drawers here. I'm about to bring out this circle punch. That is ginormous. So, like, I think I have regular size hands, but I don't know what's regular. But yeah, look at that. This is so big. I think it's just hilarious, especially because I have these, teeny tiny little punches too. So it just makes for good variety. It's the interest. I have to, on the to-do list for today is I have to place an order. I did not know until very recently that art glitter glue is only sold during certain months. I am guessing that's due to the integrity of it, that it can't be shipped under maybe certain weather conditions. I, I don't know. I'm guessing though. It's the only thing that really makes sense. I think on Thelma and Susie's stream, I watch it all the time. But I think they are the ones that turned me on to that notion that it's not always available and that before winter, winter is coming. Before winter comes, you need to order your glue. So I have that on my to-do list today. If I've not already missed that window, again, I'm not certain what the requirement is. So we'll see. If I missed it, then I suppose that I will find something else, right? It's not going to stop me. No, no, no. I don't think you could stop this train if you wanted to. It is just truly junk journaling has been treasure book making, creating to any capacity has just been so stinking fun. I love it. So I'm not finding the large, what's it called? Heart punch that I want. So I suppose let's just do this one and glue it down and cross my fingers that I can find a heart punch someday. That's a big one. I'm going to put that baby away. I'll have zero desk space. Actually, I think I'm going to take a second here. And this might be the largest one that I have, 1.5. I think I have a 2-inch one, though. I don't know what may have happened to it. Maybe it got set down or put in the wrong drawer. not terribly organized with my supplies yet, but the good thing is I don't really have a ton of supplies, so I have far less problem than I suppose most of you have with finding your hoojamabobs. Corner rounder. Oh, what an awesome tool. I think the next tool that I will be purchasing will be a border punch. I think that's what it's called. There's this lotus border punch that I've seen just keep happening upon it, and it just looks so cute. I just don't have anything in mind for it right at the moment, so there's no dire rush. I also, again, I'm really enjoying the supplies that I have, so no rush. It was a really fun time last night. Went over to Dee's channel, and she does these drawings that are just, oh my, just, you got to go see her. And she's not looking off of anything. It's just pure intuition, skill, memory. I don't know. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So definitely go check her out. I believe her name is pronounced Deanne, and she has a cat as her channel art. So it's DE space DEANE. So when she's over in the chat, we call her Dee Dee. But yeah, she's great. Well, I have done a brief tidy here, and I do not see said heart punch. So I am going to skip it. Skip it for now. Come back later. I'll put that one away though, so I know where it is. And stack up my little washi. And move the cutter. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. So this floral paper gets me. And then of course on the back it's plain, so I really have no orientation. I have no idea which way it goes. It's all cute. It looks cute every way. Like flowers are stemming this way, and then flowers are stemming this way, and then that way. I think I'm going to put it like this based on the acorns that are right there. So I think those are super cute. So I'm just putting it in the corner here, just making basically, not basically, but making a corner tuck, because I'm only going to glue it on part. So I can tuck this in once I get it back. So what I did last time is I put the thing that I want to put in there, and I flipped it over, and then I put my glue just on the outer edge, like that. And flip it back over, holding everything together ever so gently. And then putting it on the paper, and then moving this out of the way just in case I have spreading. Yeah. Do you guys have the pin thingy that you put in the top of your glue, like the pin dangles that they make with the beads and all that kind of stuff? I think about those and how cute they are. I'm really into fall this year, just over the top, really. And the amber colored beads, I think those would just be so pretty on there, especially with some pearls or something like that to give it a little bit of a shine. Ooh, look at this page. Got a little bit crispy. A little bit crispy in the oven. That's fun. I have only baked coffee paper once, and it was a evening of coffee and turmeric and cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice And it was I just basically anything I had in the kitchen became a supply. So just, that whole use what you have, just really getting creative with it. It was really fun just to kind of sling stuff around and see what came out. It's pretty cool. Got some really pretty papers. Mhm. Well, everyone, I've been going for just about an hour here, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off and hydrate and just do a couple more things here. I might hop on later and work on the journal more. Might just have a little bit of quiet time working on the journal and, you know, just putting your thoughts and feelings into it, just like any other project that I do. But I hope you guys stop by sometime, hang out, chit chat with me, watch a video maybe, leave a comment, get to know each other. I'd love to come check out your channel, whatever it is that you do. Doesn't have to be arts and crafts, doesn't have to be journals. I like lots of things. Um, I like people that are passionate about whatever it is they're passionate about. This really makes for a good conversation and just a good time together, really. Getting to see the essence of a person and what really entertains them, what really is fun to them and interesting. You know, it's always easier to learn something from someone who is passionate, right? Someone who just really is just all about the thing that they're all about. It's just more fun to be around. So anyway, stop by sometime, say hey. I'll say hey too. Get to know each other. And yeah, send me a message, drop a comment, swing by sometime. I'll be here at Lovely's Crafting Lodge. See you soon.